When should you accept a job offer? We're going to dive into it today.
Hi, I'm Gina.
And I'm Jen.
And this is Job Search Stories. Jessie comes to us with a problem. She says, I've been job hunting for months with no bites. Now, all of a sudden, I've got an offer on the table. Should I try to negotiate or should I just take it and run?
Yeah, that's a common question, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's really exciting to get an offer, but sometimes you don't know, is this the best offer that I could get?
Yeah. And I also think that when it comes to job offers, people don't really know like what to do. I don't think it's something that's really taught that often. I know that I'm always just like, oh, if you're offering me a job, I'm supposed to just take it. I should be grateful.
Exactly. You just say thank you, right?
Like, thank you so much. Thank you. Like,
appreciate it. Thank you for recognizing my value.
Exactly. So I think it would be really good if we kind of just start off with, is there anything that you wish you knew before you've accepted a job offer?
Yeah, one of the first, I think, hard lessons that I learned when it came to reviewing job offers, and this is before even thinking about negotiating a salary, but when are salary reviews taking place, right? How often are the salaries going to be reviewed? Because once you accept that salary, you're locked in. And salary is so much, right? Your base dictates what your bonus is because it's a percentage of that base, right? And depending on when the salaries have last been reviewed for the company, you could be locked into a wage for a year, sometimes even 2. Sometimes salaries don't get reviewed. So it's really important to know what that schedule is.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like for me also, maybe like company culture, even like knowing about what the office is like. Like there's just like things that you don't actually know to ask about maybe because you're just, I mean, I feel like even more worried about like that salary, like when do I start? Like there's just like the base things that you know you should ask about. But then like, I feel like there's like a plethora of things that you don't know that you can actually ask about when it comes to a job offer.
Yeah. Looking at things more holistically as opposed to just thinking about the number.
Especially because a job is like your whole life. Like honestly, like before you, like you're going to be there for hours all week. So there's a lot of things you should consider.
Absolutely.
So speaking of that, what should you consider before accepting a job offer?
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned something really great beyond the number already, which is just company culture. Right? You should look at things like your team, your manager. Are there opportunities to grow? Are there opportunities for you to work on challenging projects? You know, are you going to be enriched both financially and personally and, and professionally? Outside of that, you do look at some of those elements of a compensation package. You're going to look at pay, opportunity for commissions, for bonuses, things like your benefits. Does it come with healthcare? Are there, childcare reimbursement opportunities? Do they pay for tuition? There's just so many different components like that. But it's really interesting because Indeed actually offers a free tool. So if you're ever curious how your offer stacks up to the other offers in the industry, you can look at Indeed's free offer review and it'll do that. It'll just compare it to others that people have received and you can see, hey, is this a fair offer?
That's nice. I feel like at least there's like a resource out there because I think that's the biggest thing is maybe people just don't know where to look to know if their offer is a good enough offer. And then also like, you can always ask, like just ask, just see like, is there anything else that you could tell me about like the company so that you can know if your offer is really good enough for you and your own lifestyle. And so I kind of mentioned this before, but how important is it to think about how you would fit on a team or how you would get along with your manager when you're accepting a job offer?
I mean, both are really important. When you think about kind of like more of the micro level, your team, you're working with them every day, right? So a cohesive team can be more productive. You can work more efficiently. You'll enjoy coming to work even better. So having a good fit team is really important. And, for some people, management fit is even more important. I was reading this article in Forbes and in it says that 70% of the people that they surveyed said that their manager has more of an impact on their mental health than their doctor does. And it's so true, right? Because if you think about how much control over your professional life a manager has, it's pretty daunting. And, it could work out both ways in your favor, right? You could have a manager who's incredibly supportive. They're helping you grow in your career. They're giving you projects that are challenging you and letting you grow your strengths and skill set. But you can also have a manager that isn't very supportive. And so if you feel like you're not getting what you need, that can really impact how you do at work. And so it is important for you to be able to feel like you can have a conversation with your manager and let them know what type of style works best for you. Do you like autonomy or do you like more direction? And hopefully they can give you what you need.
Nice. Also, it's like sometimes you can't tell until you're in the job, which is a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, but you can ask in the interview.
That's true.
Right? You
That's
can
true.
ask, what's your management style?
Yeah, I like that. That's a good question. Everyone should have in your arsenal.
So on the topic of job offers, I've got a little game for you, Gina. You know I love a game, and I will always try to introduce one. So we're going to play Would You Rather. Ooh, Would You Rather, job offer edition.
Job offer edition.
What? Okay. So I'm going to ask you your opinion, and then I'm going to share some stats from some people surveyed and let you know what, other people think.
Okay. So basically, what would I rather do?
What would Gina rather do?
Okay.
All right, Gina. Would you rather have a low-paying job that you love or a high-paying job that you hate?
I'm not going to act like this is a tough question. And this may be toxic of me, but I want a high-paying job that I hate. But that's just me. I think that people should take jobs that support their life and their values. That supports my life and my values.
Gina, I know you pretty well, so I kind of knew what you were going to say before I even asked the question. But you might be surprised to hear this. According to YouGov, 50% of Americans they surveyed say they would opt for the low-paying job that brings them joy, and only 26% said that they preferred a high-paying job that they dislike. So I think it just comes to, what do you value when we talk about motivators, ones that you can control or ones that are outside of your control? Money, that might be an extrinsic motivator. They want it. They want something that's going to fuel their outside desires. Whereas, those that just really enjoy work, that's where they're going to find it. Their happiness.
Yeah, I'm a good person, everyone. But yeah, okay. Well, and then there's also that little small group of the percentage of people who didn't answer.
They honestly didn't know.
They
were like, I don't know what I want.
It's a hard question. It really is.
Just don't know.
Yeah. I was on the fence, but okay, give me another.
You weren't on the fence. You definitely wanted the money. Okay, next question. Would you rather have a $50,000 bonus or a 4-day work week?
I'm going for that 4-day work week. I would rather have a 4-day work week.
More than money?
Yeah, which is surprising for my last answer, but I just think we're there. I think it's time. I think it's time for us to have a 4-day work week. But I just think I'd like to have a better work-life balance. Do my hobbies and get some groceries.
I mean, it's really interesting because you're kind of out of the norm here, which is really surprising. So SSR ran an anonymous survey of Americans, and 74% of workers said that they would rather have the $50,000 bonus than a 4-day work week. But you know what? Maybe they're really into investing. Maybe they're the type that can turn that $50K into $100K or $1 million. I'm not the one.
Yeah. Because also I'm like, taxes. I'm not getting that full $50K.
The government's taking 30% off the top.
They're taking some of that money. So,
taking it.
I might as well just get my extra day to sleep in and have a soft life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Next question, Gina. Would you rather have an in-person job that allows you to come and go as you please, or a remote job with fixed hours?
The first one sounds like not real life a little bit, but maybe it is. I mean, I definitely had an in-person job where I was kind of bye, whenever I felt like it, or when I was done with my work. I don't know. I feel like the second one is kind of my life now. So I guess I would say the remote job with fixed hours. I don't want to be in an office ever. So I think I'm going with the remote job with fixed hours.
Well, Gina, from that same SSR survey, 57% of respondents chose the in-person job that allows them to come and go as they please.
I'm like, you can also come and go as you please in your house, in your own home.
It kind of depends on how far away the job is from where you live, I think, and like how far it is from all the errands that you're running. Like, where do you need to go?
Especially come and go as you please, to me, I don't think they know what that means because you still have to do your work.
I know, that just extends the workday.
Yeah.
What are you going to spend like 12 hours of your day trying to get 8 hours done?
Yeah.
No, thank you.
I live in New York. Like that commute is still like an hour and a half. Like that's an hour and a half of me not doing work.
Yeah, I got to say that option was not for me either. But you know what? To each their own.
Yeah, to each their own.
Okay, next question. Would you rather have a 20% increase in your take-home salary or unlimited PTO?
Ooh. Okay. Maybe this is a question for at the end of the game. Do I still get all the other things that like I've been saying I would rather have? Like,
no,
we're
not negotiating
they're all isolated.
Your compensation package right now. Okay, these are isolated events.
I was like, ooh, like pick this and it's your ideal life.
I'm getting the dream package right now.
I thought we were playing like MASH or something, you know? Like I thought I was picking my ideal life. Okay, well, I don't know. I guess I would say unlimited PTO. I wanna go on my trips. I wanna sleep and whenever I feel like it. Like I wanna be like, I'm taking tomorrow off because I want to take a nap. I
mean, I hope you're still giving like 2 weeks notice with your PTO requests.
Okay,
it's just common courtesy.
No, this is like my dream life. Mm-hmm. I have unlimited PTO because I'm just doing silly little things. But yeah. Oh, I think I might actually want to change my answer.
It's not that serious. We're going to move on.
Because you're like, I'm not actually giving you this.
We're going
to. Okay.
Well, 51% of people surveyed in that same survey opted for the 20% salary increase over the unlimited PTO. And, I got to agree. I'm going to take the money because there really is value in upping your salary. So that would be the route that I chose too.
Different people have different
needs, right? Sometimes you've got places to go and people to see.
Yeah.
I mean, you might be my only friend. So, and I see you on Zoom. I don't need to go to New York.
I don't think you need to go to New York either.
I don't need to go to New York.
Not
all right. Last question, Gina. Would you rather have a dream job with a long commute or a mediocre job with little to no commute?
I guess like long is subjective, but I think I would say dream job with long commute. I don't want a mediocre job. I want a job that I really, really, really like.
Okay. I want to adjust the question a little bit too. So with your commute, you actually have to drive. It's not like you get public transportation where you can like read a book or like.
That's fine as long as I'm not hopping on a plane, a train, and a boat. Like I'm like.
Okay, so you'd still go with the commute.
Yeah.
And you're from New York, so you're a little bit more used to a commuting lifestyle.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think I'm okay with that.
That could like fit into your routine.
I hate driving, but I'd be okay if I had a job that I really, really like.
Okay. Well, 30% of people chose the mediocre job over the dream job.
I'm just,
maybe there's just some really bad commutes out there.
That's true. I don't drive, so I don't know. Like,
I got to tell you, with no traffic, it would probably be just like a 20-minute commute to work here in Austin. But during peak traffic, an hour each way and back to back. If you're stuck on I-35, I mean, you've seen Office Space, right? Actually, that was on Mopac, still in Austin. It'll drive you crazy. So
I guess. I mean, even when I went to school, like I went to a school where people commuted. So,
All right.
But yeah, I have a little would you rather for our viewers. In the comments down below, let us know, would you rather have a 20% salary increase or would you rather have unlimited PTO? That's all the time we have. Thank you for watching this episode of Job Search Stories. And if you want to see even more episodes of us just talking about all things career, make sure to subscribe to the Indeed YouTube channel. And if you have any questions for our beautiful career coach, Jennifer, make sure to drop a comment down below. Bye.
Bye.
I'm always right and everybody else is wrong. So I'm going to keep going.
When is the salary Wow.
It's the beginning of the day.
And then I'm going to give some groove. It's just common courtesy, but we're going to.
I just pulled out like a piece of my hair.